Hi guys, welcome to your Ancestor guidance readings for this week. I'm just doing an intro that I'm going to have at the beginning of each video so I don't have to repeat this 12 times for everyone, and then I can get everything in that I need and not forget for one sign and remember for another. So when we get into the Ancestor guidance, I actually have 4 decks. I have 3 Oracle decks and a Tarot deck that I'm going to use to tap into their energy, probably pulling out past life information about them to help you to connect with this ancestor. So because I'm saying ancestor energy, that can come in different ways. That can come in as someone that you recognize. Yes, I know this person. I knew them well. They've passed now and they're speaking to me from the other side. This could also come in as someone that you know now and who hasn't passed, and it's their higher self speaking to you, because that's also possible. It can also be your own higher self speaking to you in these readings. If you're getting information about the ancestor and it's not really recognizable to you at all, it could still be an ancestor that lived a lifetime quite a while ago that you're not aware of consciously in this lifetime. If the entire reading doesn't resonate for you at all, then I haven't tapped into an ancestor on any level for you. So that's what I have for you guys. We're going to look at the guidance that they have for you now and why. Why now? All right, thanks. Enjoy your readings. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. As I said in the beginning, whatever that was called, the intro, remember, there's different ways that this ancestor could be coming through to you. I think the vacuum. I can't tell anymore if it's my gray hair, if it's Lily or Larry, the cat, the dog, I don't know. Yeah, we're all good, Billy? All right, we're all good. So, okay, we're going to start with Sagittarius. You've got perseverance. So this is an ancestor that persevered through some shit. Persevered. Why was I going to shuffle again? Uncertainty, concentrating. They're not sure. They weren't sure. So they persevered and they concentrated. This feels like a very serious person. Very serious. That's your underline. We have more cards to go and really pull this out here. Let it get going. Let it get going. Concentrating on uncertainty. Persevering. Feels like an ancestor who had goals for themselves, but never really seemed like that goal would be attained. They persevered. They never stopped trying, I guess, is how that feels. They never stopped trying. Going into the archetype deck, see what else we can get about this ancestor, Sagittarius. Dilettante, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. The shadow, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. I'm not really getting a shadow from this person. I mean, because they would concentrate on the things in life that they felt very uncertain about. Like they would put their focus on that. And, you know, I guess in a way you can kind of feel like, well, if you're going to put your focus on things that you're not sure about, that means that you're trying to create certainty, understanding, and they would persevere. Even if they didn't really seem like they knew the answer right away, this person could have actually been quite creative. Now, they delight in the arts without having to be a professional. So I kind of want to say the thing that comes out with that immediately for me is that this ancestor is someone who would have had some sort of artistic pursuits. But those artistic pursuits were probably not how they earned money, how they made money. And I do also feel like any artistic endeavors that they engaged in for themselves, I feel like it was really for themselves. And now I'm getting so drawn into this card. I've never gotten drawn into it to the degree that I am right now. But the other important thing that's really coming out with this is that this, you know, having some time to, maybe they like to write poetry. Maybe they dabbled into music. Maybe they painted or drew pictures or, you know, anything really. that kind of like is your own expression, and you're creating that through your own hands, your voice, whatever that could be. But this grounded them and prevented them from becoming superficial in what they were pursuing. So I'm really feeling like this energy is someone who may have likely had like a very serious job. There's something really serious about the energy of this ancestor, quite serious. But they had a hobby. That's the best way, right? Like a hobby that sort of kept them grounded. It kept them connected to the more spiritual side of life and existence. And I feel like that was important because whatever they were doing as a job or a career or spending most of their time in was likely very mundane, very practical. There could have even been like really good rewards in this, like not become superficial, not just focus on making a lot of money. How high can I go up the corporate ladder? It's very grounded individual, to be honest. At the bottom is advocate. Inspires you to put compassion into action. I kind of like this ancestor, Sagittarius. I feel like this person may have even, what they're doing here, it just almost looks like to me that they're taking like a small tree or something out of a bag and, you know, like likely planting it, like doing little things to help the world and just say, you know, this is my gift. It just gives me the image of someone who, you know, would go to work in, I don't know if anybody even wears a three-piece suit anymore, but that's just the phrase, right? Someone going to work in a three-piece suit. So somebody who's working at an office desk, who has to wear a particular and look a particular way that reflects the status and the responsibilities that they have. But then it's like, right, like this person is barefoot. This person doesn't have any shoes on. They're painting, they're getting kind of messy. And then it almost looks like planting. But the way they're planting this tree, like it's very thoughtful, mindful. Their eyes are closed, they're bowed down. There could even be something, I want to say that this person may have even planted a tree in memory of someone who had passed. They may have tended somebody's grave site in a way, or planted something around someone's grave site who they cared about. If they didn't care about them, like, okay, so if they didn't, I want to say if they didn't care about them, they respected this person and they felt it important to continue respecting them after they passed, is how that feels. So, you know, it could have been like a fatherly figure who was just not home very much, but they could appreciate what that person was doing and why they were doing it. They didn't have a strong, maybe loving connection with them, but they respected this person and they respected, you know, maybe the knowledge that this person imparted upon them while they were growing, and kind of helped them become who they are now. It's something really interesting about this ancestor. And I'm really picking up like all these little things here, like somebody, like nobody would know this either. And it almost does, doesn't it? Like it almost feels like someone who could be going to a gravesite, because this person has like actually some pretty nice looking clothes on as they're, what to me looks like planting, like taking this tree out of a bag and planting it. So somebody who would, yeah, like people usually often will, they'll wear something nice, again, as a sign of respect. I feel like this person spent a lot of time giving respect to the things around them. They persevered. They were, a lot of things they were uncertain about, but they never stopped trying. So now the animal oracle. What is this? I just blew this off. This hair keeps coming back. Whose is this? Is this yours, Lily? No, it's too thin. Oh, actually, I think it's mine. I have I've been cleaning up the basement here because my son, I'm having a little party for him in a few days. And we're going to do it downstairs. So I've been like really kind of doing maybe a little negligent on my cleaning upstairs, but we'll get to that the day before the party, right, Lily? Jeez. Oh God, it's hard being my dog, isn't it? Okay. Tell me more about this ancestor. Spirit has your back. Wow. That's really beautiful. This person was, I feel like the universe really supported this person in, I say people because I guess obviously all of you, but it does feel like the universe really supported this person. I feel like because the things that they did came from a very particular area within them that was of the higher good. They were doing things with best intentions. They were supported. They were protected. This person was protected as well. This, again, if this person worked in an environment that could have been highly competitive, I mean, there's something about that where it feels like, you know, somebody who would need to decompress somehow, right? So engaging in some sort of artistic endeavor to decompress. I really feel like this person overall was protected. I know. Oh my gosh, you were never alone. See how beautiful that is? They were. This person was really, really protected. So I kind of feel like too, if this is an ancestor of yours that has passed, this is a pretty rock solid ancestor to have as a guide. And if Spirit has had their back, you can know that they have your back. And you are never alone. And this person was never alone as well. Wow, that's pretty cool. So now we're going to pull out some tarot. We're going to go into the good tarot. And just get a little bit more here. And then we'll see what advice they have for you. It kind of feels like it would be like solid advice. Yeah, my son is going to be 13. He's turning into a teenager. And he didn't seem too keen on, you know, like a party kind of thing. And then I started setting it up, and it's hard to gauge it, right? Because some days he seems like he's 8 again, and other days he seems like he's, I don't know, 21, and I'm just not cool. But when he's downstairs with me yesterday, I think he's like excited about it. So I'm like, okay, you got to get it while you can, because I don't know how much longer he's going to be like a kid. Okay, the 2 of air, the 9 of fire, the star, the 8 of fire, the page of fire. Wow, there's so much fire here. And then the 6 of water. This person may have also suffered some sort of stomach ailment. There might have been some sort of, it could even be something that was sort of, person may have had stomach cancer or something of that nature, or an appendicitis. If this person lived, well, I mean, even now, you still have to be careful with an appendicitis, but if this person lived, you know, longer, more distant time from now, there's something about the stomach there. I get that with that card. There'll be different messages that come in with that. I feel like this person longed for something that they prayed for, because this is showing up under the star. And the reflection, I don't know if you can see it, it's different from the person that's looking down in the water. They're sitting there like this, and it could also be like an ache, a feeling inside, you know, that doesn't go away. But the reflection is like this. It's like somebody praying. And to have the star above that, it just feels very much like praying for something and never losing hope. This person may have even suffered yeah, different ailments of the stomach as well. I do feel like this person, when I'm seeing the Perseverance card as well here, the Nine of Fire and the Page of Fire, it's almost like this person often waited quite a long time to say what it was that they needed to say. And what that is, I don't know. Maybe there was a lot of people around them, just generally in life, that were like chatty Cathys and something like this. Sometimes I don't mean any offense to anybody's name, chatty Cathys, but you know what I'm saying. Like somebody who would talk a lot and would be really difficult to get a word in. They would wait and maybe it would just never be the right time. I really feel like a lot of things went unsaid for this person. This person, a lot of things kind of went unsaid, and they definitely, I don't know if some sort of wish fulfillment occurred for them, but I do see them waiting for this a long time. And it could have even been someone who was waiting for someone that they knew to connect with them with the Six of Water, someone from their past. This person, if they were going to a gravesite, maybe it was this person, maybe they spoke to this person after they passed. So I'm kind of wondering if you had a relative that you remember that you know, went to someone's gravesite often, maybe planted something around there. It doesn't have to be a tree. It could be stuff that was just kind of seasonal, or I don't know. But may have even like taken time to talk to this person after they passed. The Ten of Air and the Ace of Earth. Yeah, I feel like something significant happened to this person. They may have lost a spouse. I'm kind of picking up that, like, lost a spouse, and then just, they never disconnected from this person. They had new beginnings. They had, you know, their life moved on. But they still, I don't know, this is very, they were never alone in spirit. I feel like yeah, honestly, it just, I'm getting the movie Ghost, right? Like where Demi Moore is, you know, like playing with the clay. Well, no, that was very sexual, I think, that part. But it was like Patrick Swayze's character was still connecting with her, right? And trying to talk to her. And that's what this feels like. This just, yeah, it feels like the kind of person who always did their due diligence. They worked very hard. And probably, like I said, I feel like this person needed some sort of outlet to decompress, maybe every day or at least every once in a while, needing to decompress. I feel like this was just a really solid, dependable, right, when I say righteous, I mean it, like somebody who, you know, would really work hard to do the right thing. And then it's just this feeling here like they lost someone and they never stopped, you know, still connecting to them. So what advice? Oh, wait, I'm going into the tea leaf first. So this is really interesting. What advice would this ancestor have for you? It kind of reminds me a little bit of, I had, oh, he's passed now too. It was one of my grandfathers. Yeah, it was one of his last siblings. He had 13. No, he had 12. And they all lived a pretty long time. But my one great uncle, him and his wife were married like 75 years or something like that. It was crazy. And she lived in, he was always just a little bit more spry and healthier than her. But they were together into their 90s. And then she passed away. And, you know, you kind of wondered how he was going to do because they were together for like 75 years. They met each other in their 20s, lived into their 90s. And he still, yeah, and he passed just a year or two ago. And I could see like he would still have that connection. That is kind of what I'm feeling here. And, you know, he raised his kids, he had a job, and he went to church, and he did stained glass. It was a hobby, right? He did stained glass. He put that all in the church, in the town that he lived. And just that's the feeling of this, is kind of like how I would describe this energy. And then after somebody that you care very deeply has passed, there's some sort of disconnection here, but still maintaining that connection sort of through the spirit realm, really. So what guide? I'm just shuffling this one side. So what guidance? Something just flew off the table. Let me see. Okay. Be careful. Do not take risks. Lion, time to act. And then finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Okay, I feel compelled now to go to this other pile. Okay, so there's like, don't be impulsive. That's because this energy is not impulsive either. And I feel like this energy probably accomplished quite a bit and had a very steady, someone working against you behind your back. What the hell is going on with this? Warning you of a problem. Okay. There was a time to act. What in God's name? So you're going to have 2 underlined. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Oh, I feel like this guide is coming through to tell you October. What's going on in October? Psychic ability, trust your intuition. I wonder why October. Whoa, this is such an interesting reading. This guide has your back. I said that, right? You were never alone. They have your back. Spirit had their back. They have your back. Be careful. Do not take risks. The Lion. But that's a time to act. When it was, or did you? Did you act, or will you want to act at a time when it's not a time to take a risk? Maybe there's something that you want to do. The time to do it is in October, not now. So I don't know when you're watching it. It depends. Because it's almost like your intuition will tell you that this is in October. You need to protect yourself. I don't know what's working against you behind your back. When you have a problem either now or in the future. There's a lot of positive cards in this deck, right? So no. We need the tarot, my dears. Be careful. Do not take risks. Time to act and warning you. But there's something you want to do. And you need to trust your intuition. It looks like October is the right time to do that. Shield, you need to defend yourself. Yeah, you do. What is this? You have a very level-headed, steadfast ancestor that feels like it's coming in at a time where it's very important to get advice from such an energy. So let us see. Oh, okay. The Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Swords, and the Hermit. Be careful. Do not take risks. Time to act. Now that feels like it's not a time to act, right? So it's not a time to act. Be careful. So I don't know what this is acting on. It's an idea that you have, something that you want to implement in your life. And I don't know why, because there's, I don't know, circumstances here. It's just, the timing is off. The timing is not right for you to do something. I don't know what it is. Don't know yet. And it could be something different for all of you. And right, like, because I don't have any, there's nothing here to ground this for me. There's just like warnings. Use your intuition. October. Protect yourself right now. Protecting yourself can be a lot of different things. It could be save your money. It could be don't tell everybody what's going on in your life. It could be maybe do some sort of spiritual protection. You know, like there's a lot of different things that could be, because I don't even have any pentacles or anything yet to kind of indicate. But the Two of Swords is indecision here. Okay, I feel like that's an indicator for you in regards to what this might be. Okay, the Two of Swords, indecision. The Wheel of Fortune, Hermit. Like that is, be careful, don't take a risk. So I'm hearing not a time to act. Okay, warning you of a problem. Either now or in the future, someone is working against you behind your back. Okay, a card for the warning, the finger, and the rat. A rat, this, you dirty rat. So a rat too, a rat fink, right? That's somebody who knows something and then spreads it in a way, or gossips, or uses it against you to gain something for themselves. And I think that's terrible, because rats make great pets. They're really difficult. I had a rat in college. Two, the Chariot, warning you. I don't know, you shouldn't be doing something. The Chariot is movement. So it could be moving. Could be a purchase of a car. Interesting. So someone, I want to say someone or something. I mean, it doesn't have to be a particular, it's a person. It could be. But there, you know, because you have the Wheel of Fortune, it just kind of feels like, it's not the right time. The Emperor. What is this? Someone is working against you behind your back. The Emperor. The fuck? Jesus Christ. Is your boss? What's that? Oh, Lord. Sagittarius. What had thou got thyself into? Okay. Got justice at the bottom. Okay, psychic October. October, I want to see what this is for you in October. You're psychic intuition, October. Oh my gosh, it's the Fool, it's the Wanderer. So some kind of fresh start here. A new beginning. The Wanderer. You have the Wanderer and the Chariot. For some reason, I feel like this could have something to do. Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe it's travel. Maybe it's like moving. Or maybe it's buying a vehicle. I don't know. And then the Shield. You need to defend yourself. Look at this. The Ace of Coins. Oh, and the Ace of Cups is underneath there with that Fool energy, which is called the Wanderer in this deck. October is a time for some sort of a leap of faith for you. The Shield. You need to defend yourself. From what? Someone is... Oh, the Sun. This weird shit, man. What is this? The Sun is a good energy. You need to defend yourself. I'm going to tell you, because the Sun is your self-actualization. And so, you know, I want to say it is fulfilling dreams and wishes. So I feel like you need to defend yourself against you from doing something that you want to actualize in your life right now. It's just not a good time. And look at, you've got, and this is coming in with an ancestor that persevered throughout life. And I'm really getting like just a very stable, concentrate on uncertainty. So this is, okay, if there are things that are uncertain in your life, I feel like it's also too like them guiding you. If there's something that's uncertain in your life, you do have the Two of Swords. They have the Two of Swords with the Eight of Wands. So maybe there's some sort of lesson learned here. The Nine of Fire and the Page of Fire. It's just taking a long time to communicate something, to achieve something. But, you know, if I look actually, too, beyond the artwork that is presented in the Good Tarot, the Six of Cups and the Star is awesome. This is definitely achieving something and achieving a dream. So don't be hasty here. If it's the Sun, you're going to get it, right? You're going to self-actualize into that, whatever it is, whatever goal it is that you have here for yourself. The Emperor is working against you behind your back. Now, I don't know. Everybody's situation is going to be different. If it is like a work environment, I don't want to say that, you know, there's different, oh, like, where are those sounds? Lily's dreaming. There's, you know, different levels of how cautious you all need to be, because this is just a general reading, right? So maybe your boss is literally scheming something behind your back, which is just like, so be really careful, right? Like, just focus on that. If there's some sort of uncertainty, you're not sure if you could have your job in six weeks or 6 months, focus on that. That's where your concentration should be going right now, is the thing that is uncertain in your life. Persevere. This is not a time to make a big leap. The underline is the 5 of Cups. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of like emotional or healing something emotionally here, getting beyond some sort of disappointment, like an emotional goal. I still, like, there's really hardly any cards in this that show me what it could be. I mean, I've got a ton of major arcana, to be honest. You have the Sun, the Fool, the Emperor, the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and then thrown into that, oh, and the Hermit. It's all except the 2 of Swords. So I'm going to say right now, your life is, the universe does have more control over your path right now than you do. And that's why it might be hard to make certain decisions about areas of your life that you would like to self-actualize in, fulfill dreams and wishes that you have. The Emperor could even symbolize the universe itself right now. And when it says that it's working against you behind your back, I don't feel like it's quite, like, if you know somebody could be doing that, then just take it. But I honestly feel like for most of you, that this is more like, maybe there's a plan that you're really thinking about initiating and getting started for some sort of new path for yourself. The universe is working behind the scenes in a different manner for you. It's just not, I don't want to say it's not going to happen, because you do have the Sun, so that feels like something that would happen. So, okay, so here's the interesting thing, and this is going to be an interesting question, because then I go to this deck and I ask, well, why? Why now are you getting that message? Why now? Yeah, that's really significant. It didn't seem like it at first, because all these cards, like, they just look so different from regular tarot. How many do we have here? 7 cards. 6 of them are major arcana. So this is honestly like a warning from the universe. It's just not the time for something. But why? What is it the time for now? Why now? What now? Why now? What now? What is it the time for now is what I want to say. Yeah, that's what we're going to ask. What is the time for now for Sagittarius? The Fountain. Ooh. Okay, the Fountain, the Moon, your intuition. Wow, strong cards again, major arcana. The Knight of Swords. Your intuition. If you have a desire right now, don't follow it. Your intuition is trying to talk to you. Under the Fountain, the Magician. You are manifesting a new reality. So it honestly does feel like you're manifesting a new reality. So don't get grounded into a reality that is not meant for you to create in yet. The Moon is the King of Coins. And the Knight of Swords is the Knight of Wands. Oh, there'll be movement here for you. But right now, you are manifesting a new reality. A brand new reality. Like it's starting to, it's almost like cutting through and like a laser and opening up. some sort of a quantum change here for you. And then with the moon and this King of Pentacles, I love the way these are sitting here with each other. It's like there's something here that is foretold, either somebody that you're going to meet, some sort of status or recognition that you're going to build for yourself. And then you have nothing but free movement in any direction you want to go. They're both facing different ways. And they're both the fast moving knights. So that's a very fascinating reading. The Eight of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune in the World. Jesus, Eight of Wands. This is, and the Strength card. This is a very significant moment right now. A very significant moment for you. You have the Strength card and the Eight of Wands. There's that like perseverance to movement. So maybe it is. Maybe for some of you it is to move. But then the World and the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Coins. This is so interesting. And this, honestly, it feels like putting a final piece into like your tree of life, into some sort of destiny that you walk here, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. And it just looks like you've closed something off, right? And then now something new is starting to be materialized. You're materializing a new reality. Don't get too grounded just yet. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. That was really interesting. So I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, well, that'll be interesting. Actually, this might be one of the ones that's really interesting in that. So further into the future, maybe October, what is the guidance for you then? So yeah, it's just going to see what the guidance this ancestor has for you further into the future. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.